Ivor, so good to have you here. Yes, I mean, it's been a little lonely me having to send all this staff home, with all of this lockdown business and, taking precautions. But I'm coping. How's Annie? Good. Well, what's new? I had a chat with the psychologist and Mrs. Winterbottom about this whole thing with Adam. And they gave me some perspective. I mean, they told me I need to just get over myself. It felt a little rough hearing it like that, but it was good, They told me I need to get over myself and really focus on building Adam's strengths. Take it one day at a time. So I said, okay, I spoke to myself. Mia, I'm like Daddy. I'm very resilient, That's what I just love about my daddy. Yeah. But anyway, Adam has been doing some really fascinating things. He has something called Echopraxia. It's where he involuntarily imitates and mimics whatever I say. Almost like he's trying to figure out my expressions or figure out his own expressions. I don't even know, but it's interesting. And the other thing I've noticed about him is he spends hours building things, breaking it down and rebuilding. I find his mind very fascinating. He doesn't say much. It's not a talker, but I think there's hope and there's promise. And praise the Lord, Ivor. Thank God. Maybe it's all the contributions we've given to the church. But, I feel hopeful about the future, and I feel hopeful about Adam. Rob? Listen, you notice I had to take a big gulp? I mean, people are already gossiping about me and my son. I mean, for Rob to be embarrassing me like this. Anyway, I'll tell you about Rob another time. Let's not spoil the day. I have some news that I want to share with you. I'm telling you even before I tell Daddy. But I need to go to the bathroom for a moment. So when I come back, I'll tell you, okay? All right.
Is a fact. Strictly facts. And it's that.
In some ways, I think autism is a puzzle. I think it's very puzzling. Even I don't understand it. I do understand myself some of the times. And I do feel a lot of the times that it is a puzzle and that you have to think about so many different things and how they connect to be able to try and figure out the person or figure out one thing. But I think that the way that the puzzle piece part is portrayed a lot of the times, it kind of sends a message that piece of you is missing. And that is why I have a problem with the puzzle in that regard, because there's nothing missing about me, but I am puzzling.
It's a different kind of mind. It is but a little different than yours and mine. It's a different kind of mind. It's an old puzzle if you just try. You'll be all mine. The rainbow scene and a brand new vibe. You'll be all mine. 4, 3, 2.
I'm not ashamed of being autistic at all. It is part of what makes me who I am. So I'm very thankful for that. I do care what people think about me in general, but for the most part, if you don't like me, you don't like me, and that's your business. So, you could think what you want about me. I know that I have a lot of support, and the people who care about me, that's what I care about the most. Respect goes a long way. So I think with any person with autism, they deserve to have that respect given, where they're their own person with their own feelings, their own attitudes, everything. But I also think that in order for me to survive in a world with people who don't think like me, I also need to understand that everybody can't just always cater to my needs. And I have to learn how to manage myself too in this world. But generally, I think that if people were to understand a little bit more about autistic people and respect people as they are, we would be in a much better place overall.
Oftentimes, people on the spectrum are misunderstood and unfairly judged by others who may just make assumptions about their behaviors without looking at the intent. For example, the person who doesn't make eye contact may be seen as rude or aloof. Yet, if the person's on the spectrum, it may be that looking into somebody's eyes could be so very overwhelming to them, they seek to avoid. In my experience, this is often the case with autistic individuals who have become aggressive. Normally, the aggression is a response to a heightened level of anxiety or confusion about their surroundings or what they're supposed to do. Because if the behavior is meaningful and they engaging, say, in a play activity, they may have a goal in mind, so their behavior is then geared towards this goal. So if they are triggered and they're aggressive, they're going to do what they need to do to either get that goal met, get that need met, or to avoid the situation that is overwhelming to them. Fight, flight, or freeze. So they may become aggressive. They may shut down. They may freeze in terror. But to say that somebody on the spectrum is aggressive, per se, for the sake of being aggressive, is unfair. It normally is because of their processing and confusion and being overwhelmed.
Well, I was petrified when I found out. I mean, I cried a lot. But by the next day, I felt a little better. I'm pregnant. Yes. Really, I am. You know, you have to be godfather to this baby too. Yes, Ivor. I mean, something is feels so hopeful about that. You know, having this little life inside of me. Another little mini me. Who knows, maybe we'll get the girl this time. Anyway, so Ivor, what do you think about us having a virtual tea party, a fundraiser to raise funds for this cause and effect? Remember I told you about them with Mrs. Winterbottom? Maybe what you can do to help me, if you can reach across into the judiciary, you know, talk to some of your judges and lawyers, you know, their friends, and ask them if they buy tickets to this virtual tea party. Maybe if they want to attend, they can attend. And in the meantime, direct them to Cause and Effect on social media and tell them to like, share, subscribe, and donate. Ivor, donate. Yes, child, you know, we have the means. Like I said, we have the means. Why not? Yeah. I've been learning a lot looking at the videos, you know. Yeah, I have. All those things helping to settle my mind a little. So tell them, like, share, subscribe, and donate. Yes. All right. You ready to go have lunch? All right, darling. Well, we have to air kiss. All right.
It's a different kind of mind. It is bubbling different.